how to buy a new construction home in Salem, Oregon, or anywhere in the surrounding areas. That's what we're talking about today. We have a handful of recently asked questions that we have been recently asked by, I don't know why I said that again, by clients.
Recently is a great
word.
Great word.
By clients. And so we have them written out here, and we're going to go down the list and answer them for you guys.
If you're new to this channel, my name's Spencer.
And I'm Mariah.
And we talk all things real estate. We are here specifically in Oregon. And if you are new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like button.
Yes. We specialize in working with relocation clients and basically just people who are moving to our beautiful state from all over. So if that's you, feel free to reach out. We would love to get a Zoom call or a phone meeting set up with you and talk about the next steps. Our contact information is below. First question is, can you represent us on this transaction? Should I hire a real estate agent when buying a new construction home?
Okay.
So
it's common.
The way that it works for many it's not the same for every community, but many builders have their own representatives that work with buyers. And while this representative will be very helpful when it comes to answering questions and getting information about the community, amenities, that type of thing, they ultimately are representing the builder. So I do believe you want your own legal representation, and yes, we can be that for you.
Right. And, it's a good gig. If you're a realtor and you're representing a builder, a building community with like 30 homes in that, development area, that's a great gig. You get 30 signs out there. Everybody's calling you left and right. Reality is you're working for the builder. You signed a contract with the builder, usually at a discounted commission because there's so many homes to sell in that area.
Right.
And you said, hey, I can get these homes sold for you at this price, and this will be my commission.
Right.
Now, that's not benefiting the buyer. I don't think it is.
I don't think so either. It could look that way, but it could also look the way where there's a sale. I mean, often, like I just went yesterday to a community and there was a sales center, and they're not even licensed. I don't think real estate agents. I think they're just like, they work for the builder and they're sales reps. So it could look a couple different ways. Either you could be questioning, like, should I call the agent on the for sale sign who listed these houses, or the representative at their sales center? Regardless, they could be a great resource, but they are working for the builder.
Yeah. So what I like though about these new construction communities and working with, say, instance, the sale rep is what I call them. They're usually at the beginning stick build house. That'll be the last home sold in that development. Is they know the answers to a lot of your questions. And what's great is on our showing, when we schedule it for that particular day and time, they're going to be present and allow us in the home. It's not going to be just me and you on the showing like a regular residential sale. We'll actually have representation from the seller, the builder, telling us all things about the community, the HOA, and those type of things. And it actually makes the buying process a lot easier because your questions are answered right up front, rather than once we're in escrow, you have an accepted offer. Now we get sent these documents about HOAs. Man, this is a key factor I did not know about. And then suddenly we're out of contract. Yeah. So there are some benefits for it, but what I do recommend is bring in your own representation. You don't want to work with the builder's representation, I believe. Sometimes there's just no negotiating to do. Even though you want to, the builder's just not going to work with you. Yeah. In this market, I always suggest doing whatever kind of fits the market. And right now we're seeing more negotiations. That's in closing costs. That's in interest rates being bought down for you. And sometimes if you're working directly with the builder, they will just say no. Yeah. Like Mariah did mention, there are their own sales contracts. Yeah. And that's liability purposes. There's nothing hidden. There's no extra fees you're going to be paying. It's just what's required for this builder to sell his home. It's still going to be filed with the state you're buying in. It's still going to be handled with an escrow agent. It's just with their documentation. Now, it's your buyer agent's representation's obligation to read those documents, make sure what you're actually signing is accurate, and they're informing you of what this stuff actually means in plain English.
So the next question is, what about a contingency? Okay, this could look very, very different. And all of this, probably what we're talking about, could look very different depending on builder by builder, community to community, like totally could change. However, I know a lot of builders out there, especially in our area, will not look at your offer if your home, if it's Let me just back up. Sorry. Let me just explain real quick. So contingency.
What is a contingency?
Yes. Sorry about that. Okay. Just jumped into that. But a contingency, what I mean by that is a lot of people right now are needing to sell their home in order to buy their next one. So meaning with that contingency, what I mean by that is it is the purchase of this new construction home is contingent on your old home selling. You need that home to sell before you can buy this new one or simultaneous at the same time.
That's the term contingency we're meaning in this instance.
Yes. So in this instance, a lot of builders in our area and probably other areas will not look at your offer if your offer is contingent on your home selling and your home is not yet on the market.
Now, what does on market mean?
And yes, and if it's for sale, but it's for sale by owner, they're probably not going to look at it.
That's considered an off-market property, guys.
It has to be listed with a real estate professional, but not only that, they are going to require a CMA from you, meaning, or from me on your house, from the real estate agent that has listed your property in your state, wherever that is. So let's just say Texas, for example. Let's say you're selling your house in Texas. This builder here in Oregon is going to require that your listing agent in Texas, who is listing your home, is going to send them their comps, meaning they're going to send them the homes that have recently sold around your home, justifying your sale price, because this builder doesn't want to be put in a bad position. They want to make sure that if they are tying up this house that they're building right now and saying they will sell it to you, getting it in escrow, they want to make sure that your home is going to be listed with a real estate professional, not for sale or for sale by owner, and at a realistic price before they say that they will accept your offer.
Which, if I'm a builder, I'm doing the same exact thing. I mean, I see it all the time. Sellers are putting their home up just because they think they can get this price. We're seeing so many price reductions, it's unreal. And on top of that, the interest rates are going up above 7.85 on average nationally.
Yeah.
This is wild. So we got to protect our behinds in a lot of scenarios. And that's all this builder's trying to do.
And a lot of these, another thing to mention is a lot of these new construction communities are going to have their own in-house financing. One pro, now I'm not going to really get into any cons, but one pro about it is that you potentially could get a more desirable interest rate.
You can.
For sure, especially
if it's
right
in-house.
now. Especially right now.
It's kind of similar. I hate comparing real estate to buying a car. But if you do like a brand new car, their financing rates are by far a lot lower. And I mean, you get to skip, 3 months payments, It's all up to the distributor on how they want to structure financing. And that's where I do see people catching a break, though. Builders are willing to buy down rates. Builders are willing to carry their own financing. So basically, they're the private bank for you.
Yeah, that could be one perk about buying a new construction versus a resale home right now during this time where interest rates are higher.
Which we could be seeing that currently in a lot of markets, is these builders being more workable. And if they offer in-house financing, maybe go along that route and take it.
Okay, that's true. So a few more tips for buying a new construction home in our area. Decide what type of new construction, meaning do you want a community or do you want your own builder? There's definitely pros and cons to both. I know finding land right now in our area is extremely difficult, and it's going to cost you a lot more to find a lot and build on than to go the route of, a home that's already built or a home that's in a community, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Look at the community, not just the home. Do your research with HOAs. That's something that you're definitely going to want to take a look at before making offers. Research the builder. Bring your realtor to the community. And if you are buying out of state, something that I do often for my clients is, because a lot of times our clients are moving here and they don't get to come see the home or the town even that they're moving to until after they close. That is something that we can do, is go do a video tour of the community for you, do a tour of the house as it's being built for you before you make an offer, for sure.
Totally.
And still have a home inspection.
Yes, every new construction I recommend get your home inspected. I mean, it costs you about $375 to $450. Go get it inspected. A lot of people ask me, Spence, should I do a sewer scope? I mean, I've seen it to where a new constructed home, the sewer line, it's not gravity flowing, so it was installed improperly. So those little things, I mean, it's probably covered under your home warranty with your new construction, which another thing when buying new construction is you're always usually supplied with a home warranty on appliances, your home, the building, the roof, everything for over a year or even up to 2 years. So that's, $450 a year that you could be getting covered under a home warranty. And if you're buying something used residential wise, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for that.
Speaking of home warranties, another tip is keep all home warranty documents. And last but not least, expect delays and plan accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
especially if that home is like, say, not fully built yet. I mean, we show homes and we go to the lots and the foundation just being poured, right?
Yeah.
So there's that expectation date of when the home is supposed to be completed by. Give or take, variables happen, weather changes, and employment, for instance, is hard to schedule people. So I remember when supply shortages were happening, during the
craziness.
That 2020, 2021 era.
Yeah.
And, that was wild. I mean, the supply shortage of simple goods and materials, but then on top of that, the uprising costs. I mean, there was a real problem there. So just get your timelines, and then that's up to the realtor to keep checking in on those timelines and manage the project kind of for you. And then obviously go check it out every month or so and see what the progress really is yourself.
All right. Well, that is it for today. If you are thinking about relocating to Oregon, feel free to reach out. We would love to talk with you, and we'll see you next week.